Hello guys, this is your teacher Jose Antonio Lopez, and this is the class for this week. Remember that we have used this resource that are recorded videos that you can use as a guide to solve the whole lesson, the study part, and the practices. Okay. In this class, we are going to need the worksheet that I have already uploaded at our classroom class. We're going to hear an audio file, and we are going to be surfing the net at different websites. So if you feel that I'm overlapping so fast different screens on the laptop, on the video, you can stop the video and rewind it and then watch it again in order for you to grasp the complete idea or to comprehend what I'm talking about. Okay, let's begin. This class is about fake news. Have you heard this expression? Do you know it? Can you tell or think about an example of what fake news is? If you can, congratulations. That means that you're an informed person. If you cannot, I'm going to give you some definitions that might help you to grasp the correct idea, okay? Number one, fake news is the deliberate spreading of misinformation or hoaxes spread by a traditional print and broadcast news media or online media. Normally it's written and published, usually with the intent to mislead in order to damage an agency, entity, or person, and gain financially or politically, using sensationalist, dishonest, or outright fabricated headline and images. This is one. Another and a little bit simpler is this one. False stories that appear to be news. Plain and simple. And they are spread on the internet or using other media, usually created to influence some political decisions or point of view, or as a joke. And this is the problem with fake news. We never know, or sometimes it's very difficult to know, when is an attempt to mislead or to misinform, or when it's just a joke. Okay, that's the importance to learning how to identify fake news. Okay, what we are going to use for this first activity of the class is the worksheet number 1. It says here, fake news. Write the definition in your own words. Those definitions we have just read on the PowerPoint presentation are here. I want you to read it again, think about it, reflect on it, and write your own definition with your own words. I'm going to give you 3 minutes, 3 to 5 minutes. You can stop the video, write your definition on your sheet, on your notebook, and then we will continue the class, the course of the class, okay? You can start writing your definition now. Very good. Now that you have written your definition, I want to ask you to keep that definition in mind because it's going to help you through the course of the class, okay? Okay, now let's go to worksheet number 2. We are going to skim and scan while reading these 2 websites. We are going to complete this chart. I'm going to show you the website. The websites are this one, help save the endangered Pacific Northwest tree octopus, and this one, Octopus Trees of Oregon. Okay, I'm going to ask you to read both sites. If you don't have an internet connection that works, in the worksheet number 3 and number 4, you will find these same readings, okay? And the links, but if you don't have the proper connection, you can read it here. I'm going to give you 10 minutes. I want you to check, remember the techniques that I've already taught you about reading for a purpose and reading in general. I want you just to read. Why? Because we are going to complete this chart. So you need to check first, give a glimpse to the reading, and then search for details. You're going to complete this chart. The tree octopus and the octopus tree. You're going to write here the habitat, characteristics, and history of both websites, both subjects. Okay, remember, we use skimming to overview our textbook chapter or to review for a test. We use skimming to decide if we need to read something at all. For example, during the preliminary research of a paper, just an overlook. Skimming can tell us enough about the general idea and tone of the material, as well as its gross similarity or difference from other sources. And we use it to know if you need to read the reading at all, okay? And scanning is, its goal is to locate particular facts, because sometimes facts are buried within long text passages. And we need to search for those chunks of information that we need, like in this case. So you have 10 minutes. Please use it wisely. Do not use a lot of time for this task. Try to time up your activity and to limit it only to 10 minutes. You can start now. Okay, now that you've done it, I'd like you to read again all these texts that you have written. Okay, I'm going to ask you, what do you think about those two websites, those two information types of information that those websites handle? Do you believe it? Do you think both are true? Do you think that one of them is not true? Okay. One of them is not true or fake news. Which one of those websites do you think it's fake? Think about it. Can you tell me, can you write or can you underline the headline of the websites to tell me which of them are fake, is fake? If you can, congratulations. If you cannot, okay, I'm going to give you a hint about how to identify a fake website or a fake source of information. Here we have the worksheet number 5. 5 questions for spotting fake websites or fake source of information. Number 1, where does the information come from? You need to look at the URL, that is the address. Does it look familiar or credible? And here are some tips. For example, fake websites often have URLs that end with low.com, .co. Alternatively, fake URLs are incomplete. Some websites have similar names to authentic sites. Sky News with a Z instead of Sky News. Okay, this is the first question. Second question, when was the post put online? Is it recent? Is the date real? Is it already old? You need to check that. And here are some tips that you have to consider. Who created the information? Who wrote the article? Who took the photo? Those are tips. So we have where, when, who. What does the post or website look like? Look at the layout. Is the website well presented and carefully organized? Look at the headline. Is it sensational? It's like screaming news or saying something that is almost impossible to be true. Okay, those are things that you need to check when you are deciding if you can trust on a news source or not. Okay, and the last one is, how do you know for certain that it's true? You need to read and reread and read it again in order to make your mind about the certainty or the fakeness of the news. Okay. Now, with these 5 questions in mind, let's go to the worksheet number 6, and it says, considering the information on the previous worksheet, that is the 5 questions you need to ask yourself when you're considering or reading news or searching for information that you need. You have to analyze both websites, the ones of the octopus, okay, and define which one is fake and write it down, justifying your point of view. This is important. You have to justify why do you consider that website or the information uploaded on that website is fake. And here is the form. I consider the website, and here you're going to write the headline. Okay, it's fake because, and you're going to give me 3 reasons. Okay, so here is the first part of the class. You need to do this, write your own definitions, write your considerations, why the website we have just read is fake. Okay, do it, and then let's go to the second video to complete the class.